Hey, it's V Lee here, and you are watching the Real Estate Baller Show. We are a growing channel, and we've been growing organically, and we could really use your help. So, can you hit that subscribe button and share this episode with a friend? It helps us more than you know and allows us to help more people to reach financial freedom through real estate. Thanks and enjoy this episode.
Building the real estate company, I think I picked a model because the real estate, the hard part is, man, there's a lot of ways to make money in real estate. You can be a realtor, you can be a flipper, you can be a wholesaler, you can be a REIA, you can be a buy and hold person, you can do apartments, the list goes on. Private money. I think I picked one very early that primarily wanted to wholesale. And I think just being consistent with that and never like, okay, now I'm gonna go flip. A lot of people start off wholesale, at least back in our day. It's kind of reversed now, but back when you and I got started, wholesaling was kind of, bottom of the barrel type of deal. And you did wholesaling because the theory was you were broke. So you did wholesaling until you could afford to rehab. And the successful people in real estate were rehabbing, right? Well, I never really bought into that. And I never really enjoyed rehabbing, even though we've rehabbed hundreds of houses at this point. It's never been something that's been just, I did it because we had to for rentals primarily. But so consistency, I think just being consistent, sticking to a plan, having good, consistent growth, hiring good people. But I think you got to come to the standpoint too, like, and you've learned this, and I have, so we were successful there. And then I had a lending business that basically, brokering lending. I just didn't like it. It didn't work. Lost six figures on it, easy. I haven't tallied the whole thing up. I just got to a certain point, and I was like, okay, that's good enough. I think I know, and that was in a short amount of time. I've started a roofing company now, and we've definitely had our fair share of challenges with it. Even though I ran another business, just getting this thing off the ground, but we're heading in the right direction. I know longevity and long-term wise, it's good. So there really is no failing. There's just learning. You just learn. I think with the lending business, I didn't really fail. I just learned that I probably just wasn't what I wanted to do. And it probably wasn't as good of a fit as I thought. So if you just kind of in your mindset think like, okay, no failure, just learning. I'm learning. I believe this life is just a journey that you're learning, it kind of veers you off one way and you're like, okay, it gets you back centered where you're supposed to be. There's no right or wrong, I guess,
Will, I don't think I give you enough credit, but you are so smart and so incredible. I wasn't as brave as you, so I didn't take on the wholesale side of the business, right? Because every time you go out and you say, I'm a wholesaler, and everyone's just look down on you like, oh, okay. Like, you're nobody. Like, you just broke. You know what I mean? Because when I first got into real estate, I was reading some article on Bigger Pockets and some other articles and stuff. And everyone was like, go out and introduce yourself as a wholesaler. So that's what I did. I didn't know anything about real estate. So I just went around and said, I'm a wholesaler. And then I started to see how people reacted to me. And I'm like, okay, maybe I don't want to be a wholesaler.
But I think you were very successful doing what you were doing. So there again, especially in your market, So I felt like there a little bit, I was pretty successful with that. And I probably not arrogant. I've never been that way, but maybe a little bit, I don't know. You just kind of thought, well, I can't fail. Like I've ran a business. I know how to run a business. I know how to hire people. And you learn that every business, even if it's similar to what you're in, it's different. And I'm back to 10 years ago figuring things out. But I also think that's the fun and exciting part. But it is mindset. I mean, like we talked about, you said one of the first things is mindset. And I think it's so true. And I think, you talked about jumping in the water. I get up, I work out I get up at 5 every morning. I go to a 5:30 class, and it keeps me in good shape. I'm 46. I'm getting old. My body, it definitely has physical benefits, but honestly, it's a mental. Like if I don't go to the gym, I physically feel fine, but mentally, I don't feel sharp. I feel like I didn't get my edge. I didn't get that competitive edge of getting up early. No one's on the road. It's dark when I'm driving home from a workout. I always say it's one thing to go work out, to drive to the gym when it's dark. It's another thing to drive home from the gym when it's dark. You just feel like you gotten ahead from people. So I don't know if you feel that way. I know you do a lot of different stuff, but I think sometimes we overlook that stuff, right?
Yeah, I do different things. I do work out first thing in the morning. I get up around 5, a little before 5 to work out. because I want to go before the gym get busy. If I go to the gym, like when I'm on trips and stuff like that, I have to use the hotel gym. But otherwise, I work out from home, so I have no one to fight with on the equipment and stuff like that. But I still want to get early, so get that out of the way so I can move on to other things of the day. Other things I do for mindset is I fast.
Yeah.
I would do 3 days water only, 5 days water only. The last time I did 7 days water only.
7 days water only?
Yeah, I just like to do that stuff because I just want to see like how far can I push myself.
Oh man, that is awesome, B. Yeah.
You know?
So at what point, because I don't know very many people that have done that. Day 3 or 4, it becomes easier. At some point, it's gotta get a little easier, right? I mean, when you get past a certain point, or no?
Yeah. So the hardest probably day 3, day 4, and then by day 5, day 6, you just don't really care. You don't feel hungry. And I stopped at 7 day because I was also lifting weight at the same time. And I felt like I didn't have the strength to lift the heavy weights I wanted to. So I stopped.
Yeah.
If I didn't lift weight, I probably could go to 10 days.
I'm always fearful of how in the world do I introduce food back into my stomach at that point. Like I feel like it would jack me up. Like you have to ease into it, right?
Not necessarily, but in a way, because after the fast, I crave fruit. Like I crave fresh stuff. I didn't want a hamburger or, fries. I wanted something like refreshing. So yeah, I think your body just kind of tell you what it wants at that point. This episode is brought to you by Jet Lending. For over 20 years, Jet Lending has been helping real estate investors succeed. They offer 100% financing so you can be in at $0 at closing. I can always count on Jet Lending to fund my deals. If you're looking to fund your next deal, contact our friend over at jetlending.com.